All right, let's talk about the latest chapter of Boruto, Two Blue Vortex. Because this isn't just another battle, not by a long shot. What we're really seeing here is a profound philosophical clash, a conflict between two cosmic forces that are embodied by our heroes, the sun and the moon. Let's break down what makes this chapter so important.
So the chapter kicks off with this incredibly powerful line from Mitsuki. And look, this isn't just him being poetic. This is a declaration of his entire worldview, a philosophy that's about to be pushed to its absolute breaking point. This one sentence, it sets the stage for everything that's about to happen. Okay, so to really get what this conflict is all about, we have to get inside Mitsuki's head. What is this deeply held belief that's driving him to do, well, this? Let's take a closer look at his mindset.
I mean, you can just feel the conviction radiating off the page here. For Mitsuke, the world is pretty black and white right now. There's darkness and there's light, and he has picked his side with zero hesitation. So before a single punch gets thrown, we need to understand what he truly believes he's fighting for. And right here, this is the core of it all. This is the key. Mitsuki doesn't see himself as his own person, as an independent source of light or power. He truly identifies as the moon, an object that can only be brilliant by reflecting the light of something else, something bigger and brighter. It all boils down to what you could call the sun and moon philosophy. It's a really simple but incredibly profound metaphor that controls every single thing he does. For Mitsuki, his whole existence, his very purpose in life, is tied to serving his sun. Without that light to reflect, he thinks he's just lost in the dark. And for the last 3 years, that sun has been Kawaki. Remember, Ada's omnipotence ability has completely rewired his reality. It's convinced him that Kawaki is the source of all that is good, and that Boruto is the darkness trying to snuff it out.
This really just lays it all out, right? It shows you just how simple and rigid his belief system is. On one side, you've got Kawaki, the sun. He's the one who has to be protected at all costs. And on the other, you have Mitsuki, the moon, the loyal servant. It's a tragically dangerous way to think, and it is about to collide head-on with reality.
So now, let's get to the action. What happens when this philosophy is put to the ultimate test? Well, these big ideas are about to get very physical in an absolutely explosive confrontation.
The fight just ignites, instantly. There's no hesitation for Mitsuki, none at all. He's not here to talk it out or to reason with Boruto. He's here to eliminate what he sees as a threat to his son. Every single move he makes is just a physical extension of that absolute conviction. And this right here is what makes him so unbelievably dangerous. Boruto even points out that Mitsuki has surpassed Kawaki in pure power, but to Mitsuki that just doesn't matter. His goal isn't to be the strongest. His goal is to protect his son, even if that means dying to do it. The stakes could not be any higher. Mitsuki immediately goes all out. He unleashes this relentless storm of snake clones. And this isn't just a tactic to distract. It's a full-on attempt to just overwhelm and destroy Boruto, who's thrown completely on the defensive, just trying to weather this insane assault. And the intensity just keeps climbing. He unleashes his sage transformation and channels a massive amount of power into this devastating lightning snake attack. Yeah, this is not a warning shot. This is a kill shot, plain and simple. He follows that up with Thunder Arrow, which is an even more powerful blast. But what's really fascinating here is Boruto's reaction. He takes the hit, he endures it, and that tells us everything we need to know. He isn't fighting to defeat Mitsuki, he's fighting to reach him. And there it is. This is Boruto's real strategy. He's provoking Mitsuki. He's pushing him to unleash it all. Not just his power, but his doubts, his confusion, all that conflict that's just raging inside of him. Boruto is trying to force a philosophical breakthrough, not a physical win. And that brings us to the climax. The physical fight, for all intents and purposes, is over. But the real battle, the one for Mitsuki's soul, is really just beginning. So as the dust settles, Boruto doesn't press his advantage. No, instead, he starts talking. He knows the only way he's going to win this is to completely dismantle the flawed logic that is driving his friend to this dark place. Boruto calls out what he sees, that hesitation. He says, "You wish to finish me off? Or maybe not anymore." He can see that what Mitsuki is doing is in total conflict with what he's feeling. That deep down, some part of Mitsuki remembers the truth, and it's tearing him apart. And then, the knockout blow. But it's delivered not with a fist, but with words.
Boruto looks him right in the eye and just shatters the foundation of his entire reality. He's not your son. He is directly attacking the one single belief that Mitsuki's whole world is built on.
So, this is the question, isn't it? If the light that Mitsuki has been so desperately following for 3 whole years is a lie, then where does he go from here? Does he just fall into total darkness? Or is there another source of light out there for him? And in what has to be one of the most incredible moments in the entire series, Boruto gives him the answer. He doesn't just expose the lie, he offers a new truth. He presents himself as the new anchor, the new purpose, the new sun for his lost friend. Mitsuki's reaction just says it all. He's in utter shock, total disbelief. The ground has literally crumbled beneath his feet. He came here to destroy the darkness, only to be offered the light by the very person he was supposed to kill. His entire world has just been turned upside down. And that's where the chapter leaves us. Boruto has made this extraordinary offer, placing a massive, massive burden on his own shoulders. But the real question is, can Mitsuki, a boy who has defined himself by his devotion, truly shift his orbit? Can a moon, so long fixated on one light, learn to shine for a new one? The answer to that is going to define everything